I'm Zoe Cunningham and I'm here with Mike Williams, who is a UK backgammon player. And Mike, your work actually takes you all around the country, so you've played backgammon in lots of different places around the UK. Does it vary much depending on where you are?
I don't think it does, to be honest with you. One of the reasons why I enjoy backgammon is because of the social aspect. I'm not a great player, but the people I always meet and play backgammon are always very, very friendly, very welcoming, and there's always there's such a diverse and varied group of people that play backgammon. There's always something new to talk about and interesting people to speak to.
And which area of the UK do you think has the best backgammon?
Well, I'm a Londoner at heart, and to be perfectly honest, the backgammon scene in London, from my experience, is absolutely fantastic. I've played in a lot of Mike Main's tournaments. Used to go regularly to Camden when I played in London, and the variety of tournaments that are available. You can play for no money, a large amount of money. You can play a Swiss tournament. You can play just a money game. There's such a variety of different options in London if you want to play backgammon, which I haven't experienced. Not to say it doesn't exist in other parts of the country.
It's perhaps just a function of there being so many players here, so many more people in London.
Absolutely.
It's easier to find more players. And you've played internationally as well, haven't you?
Yes, we do like to go to different tournaments abroad. It's a nice way to sort of mix a holiday with playing backgammon and to see some faces that you only see maybe once a year at the different tournaments. So yes, we've played in Denmark, we've played once in Monte Carlo, but it is very much a holiday, and play some backgammon whilst being on holiday.
Maybe play some backgammon on the beach?
Yes, done that before. It's very sandy.
Have you ever played any kind of extreme backgammon? I know there was a little meme around people kind of playing backgammon underwater or
never
top
played,
of a mountain.
Never played underwater, never played on top of a mountain. I played on a few busy train stations, but other than that, no, it tends to be usually in a pub or in a venue such as this.
Do you find it difficult going to tournaments in other countries with people speaking different languages? Does that get in the way of playing backgammon? No,
not at all. I think backgammon is a universal language in itself. But the majority of people do speak English. But whenever I go abroad, I try and learn the basics. Please, thank you, hello, so you can at least start a conversation with somebody. But my experience is that the majority of people do speak English, or to a level that you can communicate, and if you make the effort in their language, you can usually understand each other.
Yeah. Have you ever had to learn, can I have a game of backgammon in another language?
No. and if you tested me, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
You get your board out and you point.
Exactly, absolutely.
So what do you think makes a good backgammon player? What qualities help you be able to play the game?
Well, not being a very good backgammon player, it's difficult for me to try and ascribe those attributes, but I would say, like a lot of things in life, it actually requires some effort and some hard work. There are some natural abilities, I'm sure, around mathematical skills, etc., but it's very much a game where if you actually read and study and learn the right things to do in the right situations, analyse your errors and work out where you've gone wrong, that's how you'll improve. So like a lot of things in life, I think it just takes a bit of hard work.
And you say, maybe not being the best player, it's hard to say what would make a great player, but is it easy to spot the good backgammon players? Do you know who they are?
Well, I think from reputation and from previous tournament wins, you get to know who the good players are. I think from playing somebody across the board, it's very difficult to say whether somebody's a good or a bad player. It's easy to say whether somebody is of an equal standard to you, because you say, would I have played that move or would I have played a different move? But to say whether your opponent's move was a better move or a worse move than the move that you would have played is very difficult to do. So by reputation and by sort of historic tournament wins, I think you can, but other than that, I think it's quite difficult.
Now that's actually really interesting, because obviously backgammon, it is a game of skill, but there's also a lot of luck involved. Are tournament wins a good indication? Can a good player actually go for quite a long time without winning a tournament, and yet they kind of ought to have done?
Yes, I think so, but in the long run you'd expect to see more wins, and it's not just wins, it's being in the quarterfinals, in the semi-finals, and I think you know, if you look certainly in maybe the Nordic Open and Monte Carlo and other tournaments, if you look at people who've consistently been in the latter stages, you can probably assume over a number of years that they're pretty good players.
Well, thanks very much, Mike, for coming to talk to us.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a good tournament.